Hello, everybody. Welcome to the FLA Exposure Podcast, episode 292, sponsored by our good friends at dun, 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 Phillips Fishery. There they are, / Top Shelf. All right. Thanks for them always supporting us and being great supporters of the brand. 818 Willow Street over there in Truro. Make sure you go over and check them out. John, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. Leading up to another one here this weekend, and yeah, just a million things to get done, really. But yeah, it's exciting, man. I'm pumped for this one. We've been on a little bit of a break since February, and it's time to get things rolling again. Back to Pictou.
Yeah, that's 10 weeks, I guess it's been. So yeah, it's back to the Shire town and back to old Pictou, man. And in April,
Yeah.
the callus of our season for many years.
Yeah, good old April show.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, this is a sick card. I'm pumped for these fights. It's good to see some of the guys we haven't seen in a while back. Yeah, some FLA superstars back to close things out. Anyway, it's a stacked card, man. I mean, we're back in Pictou. The Hector's always a vibe. It's always a good time, and we're ready to blow the lid off her again on Saturday. So
Thanks,
yeah,
Jay.
let's get into it, man. I mean, fight number one. Starting off the card, we've seen Brady Rushton before. He's stepping in short notice to we had an injury. Riley Johnson from Mainland MMA was set to make his debut. He lost his opponent. Brady had his stuff ready and offered to take the fight at 145. I'm sure these two are just going to slug it out in the center of the octagon and open things up for us. It should be good. I mean, props to Brady for taking that on short notice and having all his medicals and licensing and everything taken care of. And let's see what Riley's made of, man. He's a new fighter out of a new gym, and I think we've seen one mainland guy so far. That's it. So that's it. Get things cracking.
Yeah, well said, man. I'm excited for the fight. I think it's going to be a great fight to start the card. And Brady, man, he certainly takes a lot of heat online. But you gotta give people can say what they want, man. And medicals are there, willing to fight anybody for the most part, and has his shit together. So it's and it's funny, man, about him. I don't pay attention to the online stuff too much, but it's funny. He's not shy at any means of the confrontation. He loves it, and he
Yeah,
doesn't back down or all whether it's smart or not, I don't know. But he's an easy guy and a great guy to deal with behind the scenes, and save this fight for Riley, which you got to really respect. With really no training at all, like kind of going in there and for 2 weeks notice and just jumping in. And so it's awesome. And Riley, from Ontario originally, trained down there with Brett, and he spent a little bit of time in our club as well, doing some jiu-jitsu. A great young kid and very respectful, and don't know a lot about him, but that's the beauty of the first fight of the card, man. Get after it.
yeah, exactly. I'm sure they both will.
Don't blink.
Awesome. Excuse me. Fight two. This should be a really good fight, actually. Ghislaine Cassidy, who we've heard about multiple times. We finally got a matchup for him. He's fighting out of Icon up in Moncton with Chad Cox and the boys. And he's going to take on John Kim. John Kim from Tower One. He's had a couple MMA fights. He's had some boxing fights. He was scheduled to fight for us before, dropped off with injury before the fight. So he's making his FLA debut, and Gislaine's making his MMA debut. These guys at 145 is going to be, I think, quite a high level amateur fight already with the experience level. And there's Brady right there. And yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be. I think that's going to be a banger, especially with John Kim. He's got some striking. He's going to have good wrestling and grappling, and from what I hear on the mats, he's a killer. As is Ghislaine supposed to be. So,
Yeah,
couple
I don't
guys
know.
looking to
I've
make
heard
a
a lot
point.
about Ghislaine for quite a while now too. Like he's lived in Thailand. He's got quite a few fights over there, and it's John Kim. Well, he may be more well rounded. I don't know. They've both been training for quite a while, and Yeah, I'm interested to see how this kind of goes down, man. Really, it's been a long time coming for JFK. I don't know what or JKF or whatever they call him. I don't know what the nickname. He's got one nickname, and I don't know what it is, but it's JKF, I think. I don't know what it stands for. I have a pretty good idea, but yeah, I'm excited to see him in there, man. Long time coming for the young guy, and should be another big draft for two featherweights.
Yeah, I'm pumped to see both these guys finally get a shot.
And it's a
in the
division
FLA
we really
cage.
need to like. The divisions move so quick, John. Like we're like someone gets a couple fights and then they move into amateur, advanced, or advanced amateur, and then they're up there and they can't fight. They can fight novice, but it doesn't do much for their career. So it's like this division, like you got Matt Harnish kind of at the top of it, waiting. Waiting. He's 3-0, and there's not a lot of guys out there looking to fight him. So it's nice to kind of get that division moving and maybe get a couple contenders.
Yeah, you're right. Get those guys to that 3 fight threshold so they can move to advanced and start, fleshing out the division again. I mean, with with guys like Abdel and Dylan and those guys that have gone through the amateurs and turned pro, it's in a growth phase for sure.
Yeah, big time.
Getting into some of the bigger guys. This Mehdi Lasinia, from TriStar Repetigny up in Quebec, I'm guessing. Anyway, this guy looks like a big, mean dude. And he's going to fight Damien Sentner. We haven't seen Damien since last spring, I believe it was. He fought Chris O'Toole. I mean, Damien's fought tough guys. He's 1-2, but he's had three MMA fights. We know he's got really good jiu-jitsu. He's well-rounded, but this Mehdi guy looks serious. He's 1-0 right now, and he's coming into what's that?
He's 1-1.
1-1. Okay. Yeah. And I'll update this. Anyway, he's coming down to fight Damien, and it's one of these cards where we got a bunch of guys that we haven't seen in a while, like Damien coming back, and I'm pumped to see his improvements and see how he's doing. And I think Mehdi's gonna make a splash on the FLA scene. It's good to see some 205ers, some bigger guys. That's where we really lack talent.
100%. Yeah, exactly. We got Victor there, who fought earlier in the year, put on a hell of a performance at, I don't know if that was 205. The kid's a stud, waiting for opponents. So there's two guys right there. You got Hayden Labelt there, who's also at that 185, 205 mark, that are former guys who fought for us too. Owen Warren's out there looking to fight. So there are some guys out there at that weight class. Hopefully this fight gets the division moving a little bit. And I'm excited to see both of them. He's got a former UFC star in his corner coming down from TriStar too. So he's got the experience, and Damien, man, like it's crazy how that kid was so young getting into our cage. Like he was the kid like ever. He might be only 20 now. Charlie Lease, I guess, was 18, but Damien was really young, and now with 3 fights already. So he kind of looks like a man now in this photo compared to before. It's like he's put on weight, comb over. He looks good, man. So I'm excited to see it.
It's the evolution, right?
Yeah. Say the same about us, I guess. Guess we're getting gray.
Looking more gray. That's true, man.
What's number 4? Is that Nicole versus?
Yeah, Colleen Blanc from Apex Martial Arts. She's 1-0, undefeated at 120 catch weight, fighting Nicole McMahon, who's 1-1, coming off a fight of the night performance win. In her last outing at FLA 21, I believe it was. And so Nicole, tons of momentum behind her. Colleen, no issue coming in and fighting the Iron Daisy on home soil. I suspect that's going to be a very exciting fight. Stylistically, I don't see that being slow pace at all. I think these two girls are going to get after it like they usually do, man. The women's fights are awesome, and they just got gas tank for days and just put it all out there. So
yeah, there's been a few people who messaged me about Nicole fighting again, like local people here too, who that's one of the fights they remember about last year here in Pictou. They remember, oh man, the girls fight. That Nicole, is she coming back?
Yeah,
so she put on an exciting fight, and like her and Hannah, shout out to both in fight of the night and a hell of a
Yeah.
performance, and hopefully we'll get the same coming up here this weekend.
Absolutely, man. Fight 5. Noah Campari out of Nordic Fight Club. We've seen Noah once. He's 1-0. This kid's an absolute athlete. Very talented and a hot prospect at 135. But he's going to take on James Richardson. You know, he's had 3 fights already fighting out of Grants Martial Arts. You know, he's 1-2, but you know, he's got all the skills to go on a winning run. Another hot bantamweight out of Grant. So this is going to be high level. I mean, this could probably be an advanced fight if only the rules allowed it. So I suspect these 2 young men, I mean, they're going to make a statement at 135. The winner of this fight puts himself right in the mix with the rest of the guys around, you know, with around the same amount of fights. So the 135 division's one of our most exciting divisions, I would say. And yeah, these 2 guys at 135, we're gonna see what's up. We're gonna shake things up a little bit, and that's a tough one to call, man. They're both very talented, and they're both gonna come prepared.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. It's a very tough fight to call. Like both high level guys and much more experience than the record show for sure. So and obviously Noah left Moncton. He's training full time in Montreal. He just had a kickboxing fight there, and I think it ended in a draw a little bit. But yeah, it's phenomenal talent, both of them. I'm excited to see what James, like obviously versus Jesse, got taken down a couple times, kind of struggled on the ground a little bit, and now obviously trains with Harnish, TJ, Brett, and all those guys full time. I'd assume he's really put a ton of work into that. I love watching the kid strike. He's super fun to watch fight. But Noah, man, that kid's a beast. He's big and strong and lanky, and his grappling is really, really good. So to me, I don't know what the game plan is, but from my point of view, I'm looking like it's that striker versus grappler kind of fight. Whether it is or not, they're both more well-rounded than that. But from a quick glance, that's kind of where I see it. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it?
Too much talent, 135. There's a lot of talent, 135 pounds for sure. Not in our pro division. A lot in our amateur division, though.
Yeah, pro division's just getting going.
Yeah. Just about started again.
Yeah, exactly. Watch his cooking. Anyway, yeah.
Who's the most underrated?
Ooh, who was the most underrated on that card?
I'd probably have to go with Alan Ruiz, I would say.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one for sure.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I mean, there's a few guys on here that I don't think maybe have shown their potential yet or have the experience and the ability. Sometimes things just don't go your way in a fight, and you know, your record reflects that. When you know, if 1 or 2 things would have gone the right way, you'd have an undefeated record too. So I feel like there's a ton of potential.
I think that's the first question anyone's ever asked us in 292 episodes.
Yeah, great question. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some choice fights on here. I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead on the schedule, but the main event is going to be an absolute banger. I think that's going to be a classic that we're going to look back on for a long time, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's keep her moving. So, fight number 6. We're getting into the advanced amateur, which means these guys have each had 3 fights already. By the Nova Scotia rule set, there's no exceptions. You have to have had 3 fights to fight advanced rules. And I talk about guys that we haven't seen in a little while that, you know, we've seen in the past. Raj Brombat is finally coming back. He's making his return. He's got a 2-1 record. This is a very exciting, well-rounded young fella from PEI, trainer at Wolf Run. But he's taking on Anton Cremo out of Sprawler Ball in Cape Breton. And Anton, as we know, has ridiculous boxing. He's got very, very crisp hands, old Krispy Kremo. But also he's only fought really tough guys. You know, he's 1-2, but he's super talented. He might be a sleeper on the card. You know, if you want to talk about underrated, and guys that maybe their record doesn't reflect their ability. I think Anton's definitely in that boat, but so is Braj. Like this is another one, man. I cannot pick a winner or a favorite in this fight. So yeah, and both of them, absolute gentlemen and great to work with. And so, may the best man win. But at 155, I mean, that the winner of this fight is really going to make a statement. And yeah, it's great. It's advanced, so they may not have the full rule set available to them at amateur, and we could really see anything in this fight. It might end up being a kickboxing boxing battle. It might end up going to the ground.
Yeah.
But neither one of them. I mean, they're
Well, there's
both.
some history there too. Obviously, Vraj lost his last fight to Matt LeBlanc, who was his teammate too, and then Anton obviously lost his last fight to Sean, I believe. Was it Sean, or was that last? No, Justin Taylor. I think he lost in last.
That's right. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So, they're saying Vraj lost by head kick, and well, that was a decision, but he lost before, I think, or maybe it was a decision too to Sean, but I think he lost by rear naked choke to Sean. So, and obviously, Brad's strong point is grappling, Anton's strong point is boxing. So, another possible fight that, I'm interested to see, like you said, Brad has been here, competed in FLA 16, I think was his last fight, maybe.
It might be. I can't remember, but it's been quite some time.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's still been training and developing, and sometimes when you see these guys go away for a little bit, they come back looking completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is going to be a good fight. It's going to be a very high level, amateur fight, and I'm pumped for that one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is a hell of a card. Can't wait, Sarah. Should be great. Moving on.
Yeah. Now, this one is going to be crazy. Another advanced amateur fight, so that means you can ground and pound, do all that. Hunter Savage going up to 145 with a 2-1 record is going to fight Matt LeBlanc with a 2-2 record. Matt's known for his kickboxing, obviously. He's got a very sneaky high left head kick. He's very hard to finish on the ground. We've seen him against Xion, up a weight, and Xion couldn't finish him on the ground. He's just very good at
too.
Yeah, so very good everywhere. Excels at kickboxing, and Hunter Savage, he's out at Icon Combat up in Moncton as well, with Chad and the guys. He's got Ghislaine in camp with him at the same time, so I'm sure those guys, are motivated and working and pushing the whole team. But Hunter's the kind of guy that'll just wade in to deep water and start swinging, man. You can never count this kid out. He's tough as hell, and yeah, Matt's going to have to really put it to him if he's going to stop him from coming forward and swinging.
Well, that's it. You see the video.
Yeah.
Who steps back first, he says.
No doubt.
Yeah. He's done it every fight. Like Colby Livingston. Then he fought Colby.
Anson. And Brady.
In every fight. He's went in there and slugged it out.
Yeah.
So,
and his loss controversial against Brady. So I mean, it could almost be 3-0, right? If it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
There was a foul, and then anyway, but and we've seen him take shots and then turn it around. He's tough as hell, and he looks big at 45. He looks like he put some muscle on. He looks a lot bigger.
A lot of power, maybe. You never know.
Yeah. He was definitely super lean at 135. So seeing him 145, looking a little thicker, probably gonna make him even more durable. But Matt's a sniper, man.
He's the thing about Hunter too, man. It's like, what 35ers are gonna step up to fight Matt LeBlanc?
Yeah, 100%.
Not many, man. And this kid, he's like, I love it. I want the challenge. He's like, I'm not here to pick. He wants to make the UFC. That's his goal. He understands, I want to take tough fights at amateur. I want to put myself out there and keep improving. And he's not cherry picking anything, man. And I love that. I love the kid, and I love what he brings to the cage. And Matt LeBlanc last fight, he's like, Derek, man, everyone, this is how everyone fights, man. That's how everyone's going to fight you, man. they're always going to try to take you down because you have good stand up. So now this fight, I highly doubt anyone's going to shoot for a takedown.
Yeah. What's the over under on shooting a takedown?
Phenomenal. Oh no, nothing at all, right? But for the fans, like, man, they're gonna win in this one for sure because I don't think anybody's shooting a takedown here for sure.
No, I think it's gonna be fireworks right from the beginning, man. So I think they're, you know, Matt's gonna prove he's a dominant guy in a bigger weight class, and Hunter's gonna prove he's the toughest motherfucker that's in there, and it's just gonna put it to him. So very exciting.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the amateur card. I mean, it's stacked with, you know, debuts and veterans that we haven't seen in a little while. Like, you know, amateur vets, like guys that we've seen multiple times, and it's awesome, man. It's exciting. Some great matchups in there. So, moving into the pro side of things. I mean, we got 4 wicked pro fights lined up here. I mean, opening things off at 205, a bit of a grudge match here. We got Rob Logan. He's going to come in. You know, his final fight, I'm assuming he's going to come in and take on Ben Lease, man. He wants to shut Ben up. Young rising star coming off a big pro debut where he got the finish. You know, and they've both been calling each other out on the mic and online. And you know, Ben's here to prove he is the man, and Rob's here to derail that with pure violence. You know what I mean? I don't see there being any takedown shot in this one either. Let's put it that way.
You never know, though. You know,
You never
you're
know.
probably right, 100%.
Yeah, I would be very disappointed if there's any guard pulling, and I think these two are gonna. Yeah, man, don't blink. This could be crazy. It's very exciting. I mean, you know, both these guys have been great, great. I don't know, great like athletes involved in the FLA. You know, we've seen them both fight amateur. We've seen them both fight professional. They're absolute characters, and yeah, love it. Can't wait.
100%, man. But like, that's the thing. Like, in this business, sometimes, like, you know, you're dealing with, like, exactly like you say, you're dealing with characters, you're dealing with fighters, people who are fighting each other in their underwear in a cage, and you know, sometimes people, you know, it's throw your relationship, either if it's girlfriends or your family or whatever. Not everything's amazing. But you know, you look at like our relationship with Rob throughout the years, man. Like, that guy fought on FLA one, super
Yeah,
exciting fight. And for people that don't know much about Rob, you got to give this guy a crazy amount of respect because he, like, that was his first MMA fight at. So that was FLA one, which is like 2020, 6 years ago, we'll say. Okay, he's
yep,
42 now, so 36 years old. He picked up the sport and fought for the first time, and now he's fought probably like 10 times between that and boxing. Always has a great attitude to go out there and throw down and put on a show. So you got to really commend the guy at 42 years old to go out there and willing to take on Ben Lease at
yeah.
21 or 22, wherever old Ben is, like an up and coming stud, man. I know I wouldn't be lined up to do it. So Rob, I got a ton of respect for you, man, and you know, may the best man win here, and nothing but
Yeah,
love for
man.
you, man. Like,
And
just
Rob has some awesome wins, man. Like this
yeah,
guy can pull it out of his ass at any time. He
yeah,
can put you away, man. He's
yeah.
you know, and Ben, like we've seen Ben. Ben is a devastating striker, man. You know, just super dangerous. So, man, these guys are gonna put it on the line, and they're gonna be hitting. There's gonna be heavy swinging, man. I can guarantee.
I'm putting it out there. Either one, if you wins by heel hook, you're getting $500 bonus. Done.
Yeah, there you go.
Either one, if you wins by a heel hook, $500 bonus.
Oh my God! Do not do that. That would be a waste.
Coming right out of John's pocket.
Yeah, done. Heel hook finish, done.
Yeah,
You watch now. One of them will just crack the other one and drop into a.
heel hook.
Ah,
That's awesome. Love
that's
it.
funny.
All right. Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, sweet. All right, man. 150 catch weight. This was again a late replacement. Dylan Shepard's back. The general fighting out of Henzo Gracie. I mean, Dylan is an absolute highlight machine. He's super well rounded. You know, he's got judo, jiu-jitsu, great stand-up, great kickboxing. I mean, you know, he's done everything from submit people to highlight finish, spinning wheel kick, knockouts. You know, a guy that's been with us from the start as an amateur, and now he's in professional. you know, he lost his last fight. He got cut in a fight that was really just picking up. And he's here to prove he's still around. Braulio Hernandez coming out of Mexico, replacing, I believe it was a teammate of his, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who got injured. So Dylan actually lost his fight, lost his opponent there just a couple weeks ago. So Braulio's going to come up. He's going to take on the young gun from PEI. And yeah, I suspect this is going to be get after it kind of fight, man. You know, I know what the Mexicans are like. This guy's going to come out and try to murder Dylan as fast as he can, and I suspect Dylan's going to answer back with you know, some technical efficiency. I have no doubt.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark Duguay and Ricardo and those guys down there for really kind of stepping up and not just kind of bailing on the fight, not kind of leaving Dylan without a fight. They, you know, found a replacement real quick and had the medicals done. That's the thing. Both these guys from other countries too, man. Like their medicals are done in 3 days. Like
Yeah,
their medicals done already because they're professionals and they want to fight and they want to take opportunities. So their medicals are done. It's it. So that's how you get opportunities. Can't say it enough. If you want an opportunity, have your medicals done and be willing to fight.
yeah, be ready.
Yeah, and he jumped up there. He took it on. And you know, kudos number one for the show. Dylan Shepard. You know, we're giving lots of credit to Braulio here, but you know, Dylan didn't have to accept a fight. People be like, "Oh, he's 0-3. Big deal. That's a dangerous fight. 0-3. That
Yeah,
guy's
he's got experience. Yeah,
a lot of experience, and he's swinging. He wants to win. He doesn't know anything about him. So great job to both these guys to step up and take the fight and move forward their career. So opportunities are there, man, whether you want them or not. And you think about it, you trained all this part, like, and now you don't get to fight, and you may not fight until maybe September, whatever, right?
yeah. No, that's exactly it, right? If an opportunity passes by, you don't know how long it's going to be for
Yeah.
another one to come along. There's just so many variables, injuries and medical issues and everything else, man. Travel, you name it. Getting that $500.
Oh, funny. Yeah, I'm excited to see Dylan back in there, man. Great kid and a big part of that team over there, and
Yeah,
got a lot of love for him. So
absolutely, man. No, it's great. I mean, yeah, the amount of fights in this pro column that have happened in the FLA cage between Ben Leese and Dylan and Rory and Morgan, man, it's awesome to see these four guys top the card. You know, Rob Logan obviously, and then Alan coming back. You know, it's exciting, man. Like I can't believe the names on this card coming up this weekend. It seems like it's been forever, so it's super exciting to be back at it.
I hear
Yeah, I mean, moving right along, like I mentioned, like Rory Gillis is back. He came up and you know he lost by guillotine. You know, doing what he does. He got caught early on. You know, took no damage, came back, answered like how he does, man. Another first round finish by TKO. He's 4-1. You know, the sky's the limit kind of for Rory Gillis right now, and he's getting right back in there. But he's going to take on Derek Bergen, who's also had 4 fights. You know, he's 2-2. They're going to do a 175 catch in the co-main. East versus West. You know, a lot of power between these guys, and yeah, man. I mean, can Rory get it done again, or does Derek have his number? Right, we'll see.
I don't know, but I'm shouting out Jay Golshani from BFL. This is a real East versus West fight. East Coast versus West Coast. Giving you some. We're just joking around. We always give them gears when they put East versus West, and the guy from East is in Ontario or Quebec.
Yeah, exactly. That
Mother,
ain't East, dog.
come on.
Yeah,
Disrespecting
like
the rest
us calling
of Canada.
Manitoba West.
My whole life we've been disrespected out here. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I love
dare
Rory,
you.
man. Derek Bergen's a guy we've talked to forever. He's always kind of wanted to come out here, and just a guy much like Rory. Just another. He's a firefighter. Both firefighters, man. East versus West, 2-2, 4-1. Classy guys. Both probably going to be rocking a mustache during a fight. So
Yeah,
it's literally the blue collar fight, man. I love it.
yeah,
Can't wait.
yeah. It's like the West version of Rory Gillis coming out to fight Rory Gillis.
Yeah, yeah.
It's yeah. No, it's fantastic, man, and you know, if Rory can just keep doing what he does, it's amazing. He pulls it off. Everyone knows it's coming, but they can't stop it. You know, and I think it'll be very difficult to guillotine him again on that entry. I think he learned his lesson quite quickly on that one, and it's a quick adjustment. And like we saw last time, you know, Gustavo is a shitload of experience and a very good grappler, and Rory just plowed right through it all, man.
Well, he's got like I think his hands are made of like those like cement things that you use to build
Cinder
houses.
blocks.
Cinder block. Like, it's like holy shit, man! And he just
Yeah,
goes off. Like you just pretty much you have to like turtle and pray to God that you don't get hit because he's the guy
yeah.
fast and furious, man.
He just
And then he
cracked.
gets and walks away like those memes.
Yeah,
Just he walks away like he's at a funeral. It's
I think
like
he just threw a napkin in the garbage and he's moving on. Yeah,
yeah, man, he's so literally like no emotion. But that's a firefighter, I guess, for you, right? Like he just knows.
well, and good for him, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
you know, some
love
of
it.
the fighters, like I remember Lyoto Machida, you know, talked about winning and losing and just you act the same way after both. Then there's not the massive highs and lows that we get caught up in the fight game, man. Like
Yeah.
winning's amazing. It feels amazing, but losing in front of all your friends and your family and potentially you're injured or beat up and you know, it really sucks. But if you can kind of stay that line, that middle line on both ends of things, it I think mentally is a smart play, honestly, in
Yeah,
retrospect.
he's always so present, man. When he fights, he's
Yeah.
very present and like really kind of understand. Like even remember when he fought Thomas Johnson? Like after
Yep.
instantly, as soon as that he was right there with Thomas. He's like, "Hey, you okay?"
Yeah.
He's very present of everything that's going on. He's an absolute sweetheart to deal with, man. So I love it.
No,
Both
absolutely,
these
man.
guys were great. Derek Bergen was amazing to deal with too. Like had his medicals literally, boom. The first day we offered the fight, boom, got his medicals and really helped us out. So
Yeah.
my cat's on the table. What are you doing? Get that.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, Roy's definitely not getting any easier to match up.
No, and there he took the risk. There he went and he fought David Gladfelter. There, a guy with a lot more fires. I think he was 6-2 or 6-1 at the time, and regroup, comes out with a win with Gustavo. See what happens here with Derek, and move forward with your career. So
Yeah, back on track, man. I mean, 4-1. A little more building, man. Who knows?
Anna
Guys winning.
where are you? The Anna boy is back in Pictou this weekend. Get out and support him.
All right, man. Well, this main event is going to be crazy. I don't see any other way this could possibly go down. I mean, these guys have over 30 professional fights combined. Um, they're both sitting around 500 records, so you know they've got something to prove, and they want to obviously get another one in the win column. Um, Alan Ruiz, we last saw fight at 170. He stepped in and fight Gino. Like this guy will literally fight anybody. He's back at 145 where he should be, and he's going to fight Morgan, who's coming off a title fight against Abdel, which you know he dropped to Abdel obviously, but Morgan, man, anytime he stepped into the FLA cage, it's been just an absolute phenomenal fight. You know, I remember he fought Eric Wilson, you know, years ago now, and that was one of the best fights we've ever seen. Anytime he steps in, it's pure violence, and man, he just throws bones. Like he's going to get after it, and like I said, like I think both these guys feel like they have something to prove. I think Allen's going to be pumped to be at 145. He's going to fight someone closer to his actual size. And Morgan's going to try to kill him because you know he's got something to prove and he's back and you know he's in Nova Scotia and Allen's coming into his home turf. What's that?
A lot of death talk today. Are you angry?
Hey man, these guys are going to fight. They're not here to figure skate. They're going to get in there and try to put the other one away as quick as they can. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man, you're spot on, buddy. As a fan, it's just an awesome fight, man. Morgan is such a super fun guy. Obviously lost to Abdel, but like he's super fun to watch. I love watching
yeah,
Morgan fight, man. He's just always willing to engage and throw hands, and Yeah.
Hey man, he took that Abdel fight. You talk about taking big swings, like Morgan says, like he fights tough guys and he takes big swings, and he does, man. He backs it up, and when he does
Every
get in
fight.
there,
Yeah,
he
he's like,
gives it, right? Yeah,
and he's been super loyal to FLA, man. Like he's an East Coast guy. He understands what's going on here, and he's just been awesome to deal with. So you can't really say enough about him. Got a
yeah,
lot of love for Morgan, and he's a veteran out here, much like a lot of the veterans out here that have kind of built this community, like yourself, John. Guys who fought before, people who kind of laid the pathwork, man, for what we're doing here. And now look, he's still fighting. He's
it's
still
crazy that he's still fighting. I mean, this guy's been fighting forever. You know what I mean? And
more kids.
yeah, he's still fighting. He still looks like he's improving every fight. He's still like, I mean, he's fought everybody out here. You know, he fought Kalidas. He's fought Adele. He's
We
fought.
do a tag team grappling fight: Devon's Turner kids versus Morgan Ryan's kids.
That's the next generation. That's where we'll be at in 10 years. Everyone will be showing up to fight their kids against each other.
No grappling.
Yeah, of course, grappling. Yeah. Why
Okay.
would they ever want to fight? Yeah, man. I mean, that's it. Like, we got about 10 million things to check off the list before Saturday. We're going to see everybody Friday at weigh-ins. You know, the Hector's going to be absolutely pumping like always, man. Like, the fans are going to descend on Pictou, and we've got 11 fights lined up to put on an absolute exciting show. Um, Man, I don't know. I'm pumped for a lot of these guys, man. You know, like
Right.
obviously the main pro card is huge, um, and then a lot of people we've seen at the amateur level coming back, and a couple debuts. It's all going to go down. It's all going to be on Fight Pass several days after the live show, and yeah, I think everyone's going to have something to prove, man. Let's show Pictou, show the world what's up, and put your stamp on things.
Yeah, couldn't said it better myself, man. Everything you said is excellent, and I looking forward to the weekend and looking forward to all these athletes to kind of have an opportunity to shine. And right now we have like 1 or 2 tables left online, maybe 70-ish cage side, something like that, maybe online. So they will sell out before the weekend. Get them at fightleagueatlantic.com. Big thanks to all of our staff, our teams who continuously show up every single event and really kind of take a lot of pride in what they do and just kill it every weekend that we do Fight League Atlantic, our team. So make sure if you see our staff this weekend, really, really make sure you're kind to them. Make sure you tip them. Make sure you tell them they're doing a good job because, between the cage, the apparel, our production team, our bar team, our door staff, our floor staff, everybody that's really involved in this takes a lot of pride in what we do here. So, John, I love you. We appreciate you. And furthermore to our fans for showing up. Like, some people say like, oh, why Pictou? It's like, well, it's venues again are super difficult to work with, and they also charge you a lot of money. So to kind of be functional, sometimes we have to use smaller apex type events, I guess. Like venues.
Yeah, I mean, like it was a venue thing. Like we looked at many places before we landed back in Pictou for April. I mean, there's rinks that have the ice in, and all other events going on and everything else. So Pictou's always been good to us. The Hector's always been a fantastic venue. It's good proximity to a lot of the athletes and a lot of people. Drive wise, distance wise, and yeah, we're gonna hit it hard this weekend, and then we're in Dartmouth in June, and back in Pictou in September to bang out the summer. Man, it's gonna be sick. There's gonna be a lot happening in the next 6 to 7 weeks, I guess it is.
I hope you got your sleep because we're kind of
Yeah,
2 months.
yeah.
FLA 25 too. Just before we do go, that will be on sale this weekend at intermission. Do not sleep on those tickets. Do not sleep on them. If you're looking for floor seats for FLA 25, they are going to go so quick. So during the intermission, log on FLA by leagueatlantic.com, buy your tickets, and enjoy it.
There's a lot of them gone already.
Wow, sponsors, yeah, exactly. So, all right. Any further?
No, that's it, man. Time to get back at it. Lots of things to get done today, and we will see everybody at weigh-ins on Friday, and then yeah, it all goes down Saturday night, man. May the best man or woman win.
Love it. Can't wait. Perfect. Everybody, we will see you there live from the Hector Arena on Saturday. Johnny, great job. We love you all. Goodbye.